Hey everyone, just a little clarity on the body paragraphs for your essay and those 10 key terms that you worked on yesterday. So those 10 key terms are kind of just to get your juices flowing, your creative juices flowing, because you don't necessarily want to revolve your whole essay on those 10 terms. If you do that, you're going to ramble a lot and your essay is not going to be focused towards proving your thesis. Those 10 key terms should just be relevant to your thesis and also relevant to your prompt. So the reason why I had you do this is because you should be essentially studying these key terms. You should keep them in the back of your mind when you're going into the LEQ. Because a traditional LEQ on a standardized test or in your AP or honors classes next year, a typical LEQ will only give you 40 minutes to write this 5-paragraph essay. So a lot of times the individuals who are grading, especially standardized tests, a lot of times the individuals are kind of just skimming through the work and checking to see if you're using key terms and you're using historical terminology that's related to this time period that you're writing about. So a lot of times the individual who's grading, again, especially for standardized tests, this might not apply for your AP or honors classes. They'll kind of just skim through and they'll look for key terms. Like if you're writing about technology and you're writing about the growth of industry and how it impacted the economy, they're going to look to see that you include immigration, the growth of cities. They're going to look to see that you're using words like laissez-faire economics and social Darwinism. So it's important for you to kind of practice these key terms, understand what they are, and it's also important for you guys to have these key terms in the back of your mind because it's going to get you points using and dropping those key terms. And it's also going to give you the ability to write this essay pretty quickly. So if you have these key terms kind of in your back pocket, you could pick and choose from those terms that you want to use in your essay, and it'll allow you to write your essay a lot quicker. You won't be writing your essay revolving it around these key terms. These key terms are just to keep in your back pocket so that you could write a quicker essay and so that you're kind of giving the reader or the grader what they're looking for, which would be dropping key terminology. Your key terms, again, should be used to support your thesis statement and they should be relevant to your prompt. Each body paragraph used should be strategically used to support your thesis and also to come back to the prompt that you're writing about. You do not want your essay to turn into a whole list of defining these 10 key terms. The key terms are just to help you write the essay quicker and also so that you could kind of drop these nuggets in your essay that your grader is going to be looking for. So I hope that helps you guys. Remember, just revolve those body paragraphs around supporting and proving your thesis. It's the most important thing. These key terms, you shouldn't focus on too much. They're only terms that will only help or support or prove your thesis. And you really don't even need to drop all 10 of them within your essay. It's only a 5-paragraph essay. So the essay would be way too inconsistent, and also it would be way too long if you use all 10 of these terms and if you defined and explained all 10 of these terms. So you should just be using these terms to support your thesis, and you probably only need to use maybe about 5 or 7 of them to be able to do that. You don't need to use all 10 of them, but if you have 10, then that's great going in, but I would advise not to use all 10 of those. I would just maybe use 5 or 7. And don't spend too much time explaining what exactly those things are. But if you use it in a proper structure and in a proper sentence, that would give me an understanding. That would let me know that you know what that term means if you use it in a proper sentence. So again, I hope that gives you a little bit of help while you're writing your body paragraphs today and you're practicing. Another key thing that Mr. Romano kind of gave me encouragement on to help you guys with was this concept of synthesis. So synthesis is a really good way to earn points in either the historical reasoning era or the historical reasoning rubric, or also it would give you points for contextualization as well. So what synthesis is kind of comparing what you're talking about back in the Gilded Age to something that happens in another time period in history. So he kind of gave the example of the economic prosperity and the difference in the American economy in the Gilded Age, and he compared that to our kind of economy today, where we have a huge profit coming from the stock market and coming from businesses, and how rather than money coming in from agriculture during the Gilded Age, money was coming in through industry. Much like in our society, rather than money coming in directly through manufacturing and selling goods, our economy and our nation is making money through investments and investors that are investing in companies and businesses. So he compared and contrasted the changing economics of the Gilded Age to the changed economics in our current and modern day age, and that would be synthesis. And that concept of synthesis, again, will help you earn the historical reasoning point, and it will also help you earn the contextualization point as well. So I'll put all this in writing in the definition, and I hope this helps you. Take care, guys. Again, as always, if you need a Zoom meeting to clear anything up, just reach out and let me know, and we could hold a Zoom meeting, and we could go over anything that you have written or any ideas that you might have. Okay? Take care, guys. Hope that helps.